What's up guys, my name is Ace, and today we're going to be making a video that it seems like I have to make every couple of years with Call of Duty anytime there's a powerful semi-auto in the game, and this is talking about rapid-fire controllers, rapid-fire mods that people can use. And since I very frequently get accused of using a rapid-fire mod anytime I have FAL gameplay in the background with Modern Warfare, I decided to do a little demonstration today showing you what I can do with a stock default controller and showing you that it is in fact possible to reach the fire rate cap of the FAL while still maintaining accuracy with a default controller. And after that little demonstration, I did also want to share my thoughts on these mods for controllers for console that are currently out there and in many cases pretty easily accessible. So let's just hop right into it, and before I show you this demonstration, just wanted to talk about the characteristics of the FAL in Modern Warfare. The fire rate cap on the FAL is currently right around 500 rounds per minute. Even if you had a modded controller, to my knowledge at least, you wouldn't be able to exceed this 500 rounds per minute. I know there is such a thing as like a jitter mod, but I don't think that works with the FAL, or at least I've never seen any jitter mods in Modern Warfare so far. Like I've watched kill cams on people that look like they might have a bit of a fishy fire rate, but then when I watch a kill cam, they're just firing at that nice consistent 500 round per minute fire rate. So yeah, I don't think you can use a jitter mod with an FAL in this game, but somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, if they have some knowledge on that. But the main thing I wanted to point out is the fire rate cap is 500 rounds per minute, which is actually quite low for a semi-auto compared to many of the previous Call of Duty games. Back in COD 4, for instance, we had the Desert Eagle with a much higher fire rate cap, as well as the G3. World at War had several semi-autos that could fire extremely fast, like we were talking like 1,000 rounds per minute. But in Modern Warfare, the fastest firing semi-auto is the FAL at just 500 rounds per minute. And the way that the FAL works in Modern Warfare is if you can maintain a fire rate above 500 rounds per minute, then it will just fire at a consistent fire rate of 500 rounds per minute for you while you're doing that. Now this is a little different compared to how some games handle this. Some games don't allow you to buffer the next shot. So this means if you pull the trigger too fast for the gun, so you pull it faster than the gun is ready, it won't accept that input, and you have to wait until the gun is actually ready to fire again before it will register you pulling that trigger. The FAL doesn't do that. It buffers the next shot if you fire faster than the fire rate. And this is how you can see people with good trigger fingers getting a very nice and consistent 500 rounds per minute with the FAL, at least within several shots in a row. Now for me, I can pretty consistently get above 500 rounds per minute. Sometimes I get the timing off a little bit, I slip up, and I fall below 500 rounds per minute, and you'll see that in my gameplays as well. But I did want to show you guys my trigger finger potential from a previous video like this one that I made back in Advanced Warfare when there was a really powerful semi-auto with a basically uncapped fire rate, or at least it felt that way. So just have a look and see what my trigger finger is capable of when it can't reach a fire rate cap. As you can see there, I am absolutely capable of firing significantly faster than 500 rounds per minute. That was with an Xbox controller because I used to play Xbox back in those days. Now I'm on PlayStation, and it's time to have a look at my demonstration in Modern Warfare with the FAL. Keeping in mind that I was standing in a very awkward position here, so I'm not necessarily optimizing this demonstration, but it still shows that you can reach that fire rate cap. Alright guys, here we go. Got the game booted up right here. You can see I'm using this controller, which is a default PlayStation controller. No buttons, no paddles, not plugged in, nothing like that. I've got a control freak on here, and you can clearly see this is the one that is controlling everything on the screen. I'm going to try my best. This is a really awkward angle. I have to like reach past the tripod, but I'm going to do my best here to show you guys the fire rate. So you can see right there, that's the maximum fire rate of the FAL. It was a little inconsistent at times there, but there you go. You can see that you can definitely do this with just your trigger finger. You don't need to have a modded controller or even any kind of trigger stops or anything. Like I said, standard default controller, nothing special about this at all. And you can do that. I've also booted this matchup against bots, because a lot of people say, well, yeah, anybody can do that without aiming, but when you start aiming, then your fire rate's going to go down. So I thought I would just play against a few bots here, show you guys a few kills, and show you that you absolutely can control recoil while hitting the maximum fire rate. No problem. Oh, I'm trying my best here to get the framing right. It's a very difficult angle, like I said. I'll try and get a little bit lower here. Or you guys know I'm using this controller, so I'll bring it out of frame so you guys can just watch the gameplay. See? No problem. Very, very easy. Stock controller. Nothing needed. No cheats here. No mods here. Nothing like that. So, there you have it. if that's not enough proof for you, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm sorry, but yes, I can reach a fire rate over 500 rounds per minute while playing, especially when I'm in a much more comfortable position with the controller in my lap, which is kind of hard to show off for you guys. But yeah, I don't use mods, and there are plenty of other people out there that are also capable of reaching this maximum fire rate with a stock controller without using mods. So just remember that next time you accuse somebody of using a rapid fire mod. Now, I'm not saying they absolutely aren't, because there are plenty of people out there with these mods because they've become very accessible. I've even seen some of these mods sold at electronics stores, or like GameStop, for instance. I've seen them being sold there. And that kind of frustrates me a little bit, because the worst thing about these controller mods is, to my knowledge, they are practically undetectable in-game, because all they do is modify your inputs, and they're basically running like macros. And from what I've seen, you can have like anti-recoil mods, which don't give you pinpoint accuracy because the recoil patterns aren't 100% consistent in Modern Warfare. They just have trends to them, but they can have macros that will essentially counteract those trends to keep you quite accurate and on target without having to do any recoil control yourself. And then of course, there's also these rapid fire scripts that you can get that are artificially pulling that trigger faster than 500 rounds per minute in this case, to give you a nice consistent 500 round per minute fire rate. So yeah, when it comes to the accessibility of these items, like I said, they're very easy to get your hands on these days. It's not like you're ordering from some sketchy dude that's making these modded things in his garage and sending them out on eBay. Like, these are commercial products that you can buy. And I don't even want to name any of them because I don't want to be like promoting these products in any way. Most of you guys know what they're called, what they are, and where to find them. So yeah, when you do see somebody with a great fire rate on an FAL, for instance, I definitely understand the skepticism, and you're right to be skeptical. Same thing goes with somebody that just has impeccable recoil control. Somebody that seems like they just stay pinpoint on target with their aim. This is yet again another thing where a really skilled player can do this just fine. They can make it look exactly like these anti-recoil mods will look. So it's okay to be skeptical when you see this kind of stuff, but remember, there are people that are absolutely skilled enough to emulate the results that you get with these controller mods. And this goes for many of the top streamers. I see a lot of them get accused of using mods even more than myself. And I've played with many of these people at LAN events, like at pre-release events, for instance, where there's no way they could be using these mods. And while I can't speak for absolutely every single one of them, trust me, I've played against a bunch of these people in a LAN environment, and they are just that good. So yeah, there you have it. That's pretty much it for today's video. The key message here is it's totally okay to be skeptical, and I can understand the skepticism due to how accessible mods are now. And I'm sure there are tons of people out there that are cheating by using these mods. But at the same time, recognize the fact that there are people that have put in the time and just are that skilled and able to do things that look like they may be using mods when they definitely aren't. But with that, I'd like to know in the comment section below, how many of you guys have been accused of using some sort of a cheat in gaming when you hopefully weren't using any of these cheats? Just let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.